Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Mr. Dorsey, for coming today. Earlier this year, and we just referred to it in testimony, the FDA Commissioner, Scott Gottlieb, reported that there were, quote, offers to sell illegal drugs all over social media, including Twitter, and the easy availability and online purchases of these products from illegal drug peddlers is rampant and fuels the opioid crisis, close quote. Now, Ms. Dorsey, do you believe that your Twitter's platform and your controls has contributed to fueling the opioid crisis?
Well, first and foremost, we do have strong terms of service that prevent this activity, and we are taking enforcement actions when we see it.
Okay, well, there was a recent study just published by the American Journal of Public Health that analyzed over a 5-month period of time the Twitter accounts and went through several thousands, hundreds of thousands of those, and found that there were still 2,000 illegal drug sites being sold on your account. Do you think that, so my curiosity now that we have this report in our hand about the 2,000, do you think, or are your websites state that this is prohibited? It's
Yes.
against your standards, and you just said that. Can you tell me how many of these sites are still up?
I can't tell you. I'd have to follow up with you on the exact data.
But they shouldn't be up, right?
They shouldn't be. It is prohibited activity.
If I could, just within the last hour, Mr. Dorsey, within the last hour, here's an ad for cocaine on Twitter that's still up. And it goes on in this. It says that, you know, not only from on that site, they can buy cocaine, heroin, meth, ecstasy, Percocet. I would be ashamed if I were you. When you say this is against your public policy, and you've got ways of being able to filter that out, and it's still getting on there. So I'm astounded that information is still there. And then we have the next commercial. This is one on cocaine. Here's the next one. That here you can contact us for any medicine you want. That doesn't say you have to have a prescription. Contact these people, and it's on your site. And you've said you've got ways of checking that. Just within the last hour, it's still up there. We ran into the same problem with Facebook, and Zuckerberg came back to me within 2 hours later, and it's all come down. They took them off. They weren't aware. They had missed it. Their algorithm had missed it. I'm hoping that in the hours after this hearing, you will get back to us and tell us that these are down as well, that you're serious about this opioid epidemic. I just happen to come from a state that's very hard hit with this. We don't need to have our social media promoting the use of illegal drugs on our children and our families. So I hope I hear from you that you will be taking them down. Is that a fair statement?
Yes, I agree with you. This is unacceptable, and we will act.
I would also hope that you would move the same resources that have complicated so much of what this hearing has been about today, so that you can focus on this to make sure that this doesn't happen again, that we wouldn't have to reprimand you to follow the guidelines that you've published and you're so proud about, that you have the ways of stopping opioid sales, but it's not happening. So please take a good hard look at it and be serious about this next time. Thank you very much. I yield back.
Gentleman yields back. Chair now